Most YouTube videos are here to try to convince you why you should move somewhere or why you should purchase something. Today, I am going to flip the script on that and convince you 7 reasons why you should not move to Murrieta, California, give you some reasons why you should consider not moving here. Maybe it'll help you make the decision on whether it is or isn't the right place, but I want to give you the truth about what it's actually like living inside of Murrieta, the 7 cons that most people living here would share with you after some time living here. So let's get to it. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley Realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights to new things coming here to the valley. I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here before you make the move. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to it. So like I said, today we are going to share the 7 reasons you should not move to Murrieta, California. This is the truth about why people would choose to leave or negative things that people would share with you after having spent some time here. So I want to give you the real honest truth about living here. I call Murrieta home, so some of this is from me, some of this is from some of our clients that we've sold homes to here in the area that have shared some feedback with us, and I want to share with you today. Reason number 1 is that it gets hot in Murrieta, California. Yes, we are Southern California where the sun shines bright all of the time. Very few days of rain here, but you're going to have hot summers. So when I'm talking hot, we are talking an average temperature here in Murrieta through summer of 95 degrees. Now we do have stretches of up over 100 degrees for several days in a row during summer periods, and temperatures can reach up to 105 or so during some of those stretches. So you need to be prepared for some really warm summer days. Now I will say one of the pros to living here in the area is that we are only separated by some hills that separate us from the actual coast. So if you were to go just a little bit further west over the hills, the temperature is going to be 15 to 20 degrees cooler because of the ocean breeze that comes through. Now what's really great is in the afternoons, the winds kick up here and it actually brings that ocean breeze over the hills and down into the Temecula Valley, and this area cools off really well at night. You can easily expect to see temperatures, even if it was 105 degrees during the day, to see those temperatures fall below 70 degrees and into the 60s during the evening. So you might go out to dinner and out on the town and it's just really hot as you head out, and then maybe you come out of that dinner or play or whatever you're doing and it's night, and now all of a sudden you're feeling like you need a jacket. So keep in mind it does cool off really well here. Reason number 2 is limited nightlife. So if you are looking for things to do that are going to keep you entertained 24/7, Murrieta may not be your jam. If you're looking for rooftop bars and sport events and concerts and all of that, and live music on every corner, that's just not going to be here in Murrieta. That's not to say that you can't find those things from time to time here, but that's just not the norm. If you're looking for stuff like that, you are absolutely going to need to head south down into San Diego or up into Orange County or LA or potentially even to Riverside. So we are surrounded by some areas that can provide that for you, but if you're looking for like an extreme nightlife scene, that just isn't the case here. You're going to have to drive 45 minutes to an hour to get to some of those places, and some people are okay with that here. Again, you may occasionally find those things here. You've got Old Town Temecula just south of Murrieta that offers decent nightlife, but you're not expecting to see clubs and things like that there. It's just some restaurants with some bars and things like that that may stay open a little bit past 10 or 11 o'clock at night, but not a whole lot going in on the nightlife side of things. Reason number 3 is the traffic. I say it all the time on this channel here that yes, you're in Southern California, so there's going to be traffic. If you're coming from anywhere other than California, it's going to seem like a ton of traffic to you. Now, a lot of people that live here would say, oh, it's not as bad as San Diego or LA, but you do have to deal with that traffic. And odds are, if you're living here in Murrieta, you're going to be a commuter driving down to San Diego or LA or Orange County or Riverside for work, and those are gonna come with some decent commute times and some traffic during rush hour. So you want to plan for that and account for that if this is an area that you're considering moving to. Commute times can be a little rough. However, there have been some recent improvements, especially for those that are commuting down to San Diego. On your drive home, it's gotten significantly better with some improvements on the 15 freeway. So that's actually chopped about 15 to 20 minutes off of the average commute time, which is really great news. But as the area continues to grow, you can expect that to start to get more and more congested over time. So if you're a commuter, it's going to be rough for you on the traffic side of things. If you work from home or you're remote, maybe it's not such a big deal for you, except on those weekends when you're trying to, get to Costco or the grocery store, things like that. The weekend traffic inside of Murrieta can get a little jam-packed as well and make it kind of difficult from time to time to get around. But you're really only talking about adding an additional 5 to 10 minutes to whatever you're doing just because of some of that traffic. Reason number 4 goes kind of right along with the traffic side of things, but public transportation is just not a thing for us here. We are not in a major metropolitan area like San Diego or LA that would have a lot of public transportation. So if you were coming from another major city somewhere inside the US and you're used to some of that, you're just not gonna have a whole lot of that here. There are some buses and things like that here and there, but it's gonna be pretty limited. So, it may not seem like a shock to you if you're here in Southern California, you're like, yeah, that's totally normal. But to others that have come to us and inquired about buying here on our YouTube channel, it's kind of surprising, which is why I share this with you on the channel. So limited transportation, public transportation. So if you're living here and you're married and have a family, you're gonna definitely want to plan to have 2 vehicles to commute to work and get the family shuffled around to different things. So again, may seem like a no-brainer to some, but for a lot of people that have reached out to us, they have found that as a surprise once they get down here. Reason number 5 is limited big events here in Murrieta. So we are a city of population over 100,000 here in Murrieta, which is a decent size, especially compared to some of the cities that you may be coming from. But that does not mean that we are a huge area that attracts a lot. I mentioned earlier, we do not typically have major concerts or sporting events here. The closest thing to us sports-wise is Lake Elsinore Storm, a minor league baseball team. But if you want to see some major league baseball, you're driving an hour into San Diego, an hour into Orange County, or up into LA to catch the Dodgers. If you want to see a basketball team, you're driving to LA. If you want to see hockey, you're driving to Orange County or to LA. We don't have those big sporting events. And on the concert side, Murrieta does actually offer some really fun local events. There's a jazz and blues festival every year. They do have a rock concert every year. And so there are some of those things that they bring in, as well as country as well. But it's not attracting the major artists. I always joke here and say, you're not gonna find Taylor Swift in Murrieta. If you're looking to go to a concert like that and catch some of the big megastars, you're definitely getting into San Diego, LA, or Orange County. Again, the good news here is that each of those are just about an hour away from you, so you get to avoid the mess of living in a big town like that, but you're still quickly accessible to get to any of those type events. But again, if you're looking to be super close to that and you really love going to concerts all of the time, factor in the commute, or Murrieta might not be the choice for you. Reason number 6 is a limited job market here in Murrieta, and that's just simply because this has always been a bedroom community or a commuter community. Basically, people live here because you get so much bang for your buck as far as the house goes. You get a house, a yard, paid off solar, RV parking. You get a lot for the same price of what you might get a condo for down in San Diego. So a lot of people move here, they decide to give up the great location in San Diego and move to Murrieta so they can have a little bit more home, maybe start a family, have a backyard for a dog and some kids, whatever that scenario may be. And then their trade-off is the commute. So limited job availability here inside of Murrieta. You might find some local law enforcement, fire department, city government, education jobs, and there are some other healthcare jobs here in the area. But outside of that, you're probably going to be commuting or needing to work remotely if you're living here. So limited job availability, although I would say Murrieta is a great little hub for just about anything that you're looking at, because most major companies are going to be based in, you guessed it, San Diego, LA, Orange County, and potentially even into Riverside. And we're just about an hour from each one of those. Again, I know traffic times can vary on some of that, but we're not terribly far. So it is absolutely commutable to get to some of those areas. It's just something for you to weigh out before making a decision to move here. And reason number 7, this is actually a new one that we had to add here. Reason number 7 not to move here is because of the fire insurance. We are in Southern California. There are fires here in the area. You see it on the news every single year. And so it's something that you have to account for. I don't feel like our area is in immediate danger of burning down completely, but fires do happen. And we've seen some here recently that have actually caused fire insurance to go up very dramatically. There's always a risk of fires here in Southern California, and so insurance companies are starting to hedge their bets on that, and it's raised insurance costs by several thousands of dollars. And so where you could have had homeowners insurance, fire insurance for, say $1,000 a year as a homeowner here in Southern California, some people have seen that triple or quadruple to the $3,000 to $4,000 mark. Now, Murrieta does have a fire safety designation, which does actually help you a bit on some of that insurance, but we still are seeing residents that have had those bills double over time, and it's caused their monthly expenses to go up. So it's something that we are keeping an eye on. Potentially there would be some relief from some future programs in the future that can bring some of that down and make it more affordable for people, but it's something that has been growing over the years, and if it's a concern of yours, it's definitely a reason not to move to Murrieta, because your monthly expenses can go up outside of your control just based on your fire insurance alone. So there you have it, the 7 reasons not to move to Murrieta, California. I wanted to share with you the honest truth. Again, I actually live here in Murrieta. I love it. I think it's a great place to live, but those are 7 cons that you definitely want to consider before calling this place home. If you don't want to commute, don't be here. If you can't handle the heat, don't move here. So those are some factors that you want to consider before choosing to call this place home. I hope you found today's video super helpful. I know a lot of our viewers have loved videos like this in the past. If you have any questions about moving to the Temecula Valley, moving to Murrieta specifically, feel free to reach out to my team. We would love to help you with the process and at the very least, answer some questions for you. So you can give us a call, you can shoot us a text, you can send an email, and you can even schedule a one-on-one Zoom consultation with a member of my team by clicking into the description below. There's a link right there that takes you directly to our calendar to book some time with us and just chat about the process and what it may look like. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you guys next time.